Debunking Myths, The Problem with Learning Styles by Jennifer Caponigri, Concordia University, Portland. Have you ever been asked the question, what type of learner are you? Most likely you have heard and read about the multiple intelligences since you began education courses. Of course, some people prefer to learn in one or more of these ways. But what does it all really mean? Well, knowing how you like to learn is important. Cindy May, a psychology professor at the College of Charleston, tells us that while we may prefer to show what we know in different ways, there is little evidence that our learning style helps us attain knowledge any quicker. May takes us through her article by sharing that a recent review of the scientific literature on learning styles found scant evidence to clearly support the idea that outcomes are best when instructional techniques align with individuals' learning styles. So why have so many bought into the notion of labeling the type of learner they are? Can we really reach all students if we do not differentiate? It has often been thought that because a student is a visual learner or a kinesthetic learner, their teacher should be instructing them in such a way that caters to their own learning style, when in fact, instructional style in the classroom has little to do with how students learn. It's not so much as the learning style, but the way the students are studying. In a study done by Hussman and O'Loughlin, they proved that students knew the way that they preferred to learn. However, the students failed to actually use the study techniques that held up the way that their specific learning style would study. For example, the visual learners failed to use visuals like pictures or diagrams to assist them in their studies. Instead, they used flashcards. These methods of study are not the way that these learners should have been approaching. In her research at the College of Charleston, Cindy May looked at several other studies about learning styles. Each time, she found that the idea that learners learning in a specific style had no statistical impact on their test scores. You'll see these studies have all been debunked. The question is, which strategies do work? If learning styles do not aid us in our memory retention, then how exactly can we learn? Though several are cognitive learning strategies out there that can aid memorization and memory acquisition, two of which are chunking and spacing. Chunking can be defined as grouping words or numbers together in order to help store them in your memory. Chunking as a means of studying can help you process the content and retain for a much longer period of time. This is as opposed to trying to cram all of the necessary information into your memory at once. Ebbinghaus's method of spacing out study time into short intervals helps students space out their study sessions over time. Testing students and giving immediate feedback will help them understand the information, will help them retain the information. The benefit to spacing is that memory retention increases when the students work and study in short intervals. As you can see, the table on the slide shows if the test is in 1 week, you should start studying in 1 to 2 days. 1 month, 1 week. 3 months, 2 weeks. 6 months, 3 weeks. 1 year, 1 month. To review, learning styles do not dictate memory retention. Just because you're a visual or kinesthetic learner does not mean that is the best way to retain knowledge. How you study is the important part. Methods like chunking and spacing will help you retain and remember the information in the long run. Thank you for listening.